Hello everyone! Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here with me. My name is Amira, and today I really wanted to discuss a lot of the aha moments I've had this year. I've done a lot of self-discovery, I would say. 2023 has been a self-discovery year. One of the many. I have been doing a lot of reading, specifically with a lot of self-help books, a lot of journaling, and just on this journey of healing and understanding myself a little bit deeper. And so I really wanted to share my top 15 takeaways that I have uncovered or learned this year with you all, in hopes that you can take this with you into your own personal journey and gain some insight just like I have. So I don't want this video to be crazy long. So I'm just simply sharing the topic and expanding on it a little bit. But if there's a topic that really resonates really deeply with you, I would love to go deeper. Just let me know in the comments what you think. So before we get started, please subscribe to my channel if you're new here, and like this video if anything comes up that you've enjoyed. Okay, let's go ahead and get right into it. And I have my tea with my affirmations of more self-love. I felt like it was perfect for this video. Okay, number one, learn what your triggers are and how to heal them. This is something I'm definitely still working on, noticing what my triggers are. So your triggers might come up with other people or other situations that you're put in, but it is your job, it's your job to heal those triggers so that they are no longer triggering you. Because who ultimately cares more about your healing than yourself? So do the work so that you can learn what those triggers are and do the work to heal them. Number two, I have my computer over here with my notes. Number two, watch how your nervous system reacts around certain people. This is your body's warning system. So if you feel calm around a certain person, spend more time around them. And if you feel at like an uneasy feeling around someone, or even if you see their social media page and it makes your heart beat faster, your stomach sinks, spend a little less time around that person. And going back to number one, learn what those triggers are and what is happening, so that you can heal them, and then maybe you can introduce them back into your life. Number three, learn how to embrace your feminine and masculine energy. And this goes for everyone. So your feminine energy is creative, it's playful, it's intuitive and fun, and so much more. But those are some of the main four descriptors that I connected with to use. And masculine energy is logical, it's ambitious, it's confident, it's protective, assertive. And in knowing that all of us are all a combination of masculine and feminine energy, we need to have both of those energies to feel whole. And just a little story about myself. For the past 2 years, I've been on an airline pilot journey, right? And I had to heavily tap into that masculine energy, right? I had to be very confident, I had to be very ambitious, I had to be very logical, I had to be very assertive. And I'm also in a male-dominated industry. Heavily male-dominated industry, right? That's one of the purposes I feel that makes me even want to go pursue it. Because as a Black woman in this industry, I make up 1%. And that's something that I really want to change, because it's an amazing career and it provides an amazing skill set. And I think more of us should be exposed to it. So I'm hopeful that by me doing it, It'll help someone else know that they can too. But the downside to that is that I was a go-getter with it, right? Heavily tapped into that masculine energy and that being in a masculine environment, right? I was losing some of that feminine energy that my body was craving. That creative side, that playful side, that fun side. I hadn't been practicing yoga nearly as much. I stopped teaching yoga actually so that I could fully pursue my pilot dreams. And what happened is I was led to burnout. And if you are also feeling like how I felt last year, feeling very unbalanced, I was not even sure if I really wanted to be a pilot anymore because I felt that heavy, deep burnout. What I realized is that I just wasn't tapping into that creative side. Hence my YouTube channel. Why I spend my bad weather days, mechanical issues, a student calling out, whatever. I spend these days really tapping into reading, doing puzzles, drawing on my YouTube channel, cooking, just all those other sides of me that I was kind of putting to the side so that I could focus on this goal, and I felt very, very unbalanced. So I encourage you, everyone, to tap into that masculine energy if you feel like you're heavily tapped into your feminine energy, and vice versa, so that you can feel whole and feel one. It really, really has helped me significantly this year by filming and editing and creating and really pursuing my content creator goals, just like I'm pursuing my airline pilot goals. And now I really feel whole and happy because I have such a passion for both. Okay. Number 4, if it's something that you care about, it's worth fighting for. A lot of times we do a lot of things for a lot of people. We pursue goals because we've promised it to our parents or whatever the situation is. But if it's something that you care about, it is worth fighting for. It does not have to make sense to anybody else. As long as it feels good to you, do it. Number 5, follow your body's highest self. If it feels like a yes, say yes and figure out the how later. Get out of your head and more into your body. But remember, I said follow your higher self. And when it feels like a yes, say yes. You will figure out the how later. But you gotta say yes and get out of your head, or your head will think of a million reasons why you don't need to do it, and then you will just slow your process down. Number 6, protect your peace at all costs. Had to exhale with that one. You have to protect your peace at all costs. I really don't have much to expand on that besides prioritizing you and your peace, because your peace is priceless. It is priceless, and you deserve it. Number 7, experiences. I consider experiences as the best gift. So choose carefully the company you keep with experiences that are sacred to you. I've had quite a few learning experiences this year with this, and I think it's just important that if there's an experience that's important to you, you handpick the people that you have in that moment with you, whether it's a large group of people, whether it's a small group of people, or whether it's by yourself. Choose whoever you need to be there during sacred experiences for you. Going back to my last point, protect your peace at all costs. Number 8, stop people pleasing. Amira. I, Amira, am a people pleaser, and I am working on it. And I know there's a lot of us that really want to be everything to everyone else, but just let me tell you, you cannot be everything to everyone. You cannot please people as much as you want. All it's going to do is exhaust yourself, because there's always going to be someone unhappy with what you've given. Stop people pleasing. Choose your peace. Choose your peace at all costs. Number 9, set boundaries and honor them. Whew. Every time I say this, it just feels like a release because these are things that I'm learning. These are things I'm working on, and I'm just so excited to share. This journey has been pretty incredible, learning all these things about yourself. So there was a book that I read this year called Set Boundaries and Find Peace. And I was reading it on a long flight, I think to California and back. I finished the book. And what I really loved about it is that the author breaks down the chapters in segments of your life, right? So how to set boundaries with friends, how to set boundaries at work, how to set boundaries with family, because all of those relationships are a little bit different to us, and they are so important. They are so important. So again, I guess the underlying theme here is find peace, right? Find your peace. Set boundaries and honor those boundaries. Woof, I'm still working on this one. I'm setting some boundaries with my students right now as like what my expectations are as an instructor from them. And I think we're getting somewhere. I'm learning how to communicate my needs and not feel like it is confrontational. So, okay. Number 10, get crystal clear on what your highest self looks like and become that version every day. So my last video titled Stop Playing Small, I actually expand on this one a lot, but really visualizing what your highest self looks like, what they feel like, what they do, and doing that every day. Doing that act every day gets you closer to your self-fulfillment and your highest self. And you really want to create an environment that allows that highest version of yourself to flourish and blossom. Number 11, be careful of the words that you speak over your life. A lot of times we can be so hard on ourselves, right? Oh, I'm so ugly. Oh, I'm so fat. Oh, my hair looks a mess. Oh, I don't look great. Oh, she's so much prettier than me. Oh, I look ugly today. Ugh, I'm so dumb. How could I do that? We gotta stop. You are speaking negativity over your life and you're only breaking your heart. You're breaking your heart. Why would you say that to yourself? So something that I heard in a podcast this year that I loved is that someone, it was a celebrity, I can't remember who, but it was a celebrity getting interviewed, and she said that she found a picture of herself as a child and she puts it on her mirror or her dresser. And so I actually found a younger picture of myself and I put it on my dresser, and I just speak so kind to her. And I think that's a really, really beautiful way to heal your inner child. And it's like, you wouldn't say those mean things to that little girl, so don't say it to yourself now. So speak words of uplifting, positivity, optimistic, beautiful words over your life. Do not talk down on yourself. I have this happening with students now. If they make a mistake in the plane, oh God, I'm so dumb. What an idiot. No, I try to tell them, no, don't speak like that over yourself. There's nothing positive that comes from that. You're just breaking yourself down. Just like you shouldn't talk to someone else like that, you shouldn't talk to yourself like that. Encourage yourself. You are your biggest fan. You love yourself more than anybody else, so start to act like it. Number 12, choose to have an abundance mentality. Okay, what do I mean by that? We live in an abundant universe. There is so much allotted to all of us. Another person doing what you do is not competition. That is a community. We cannot look at each other as competition because it's looking at things from a very small scope. Oh, she's doing that, so I can't do it now. There's room for all of us. And that's one thing, another pilot reference, that's another thing I love about flying, is that when I'm flying, I'm getting an aerial view of the world below, and everything seems so small once you're up there. All these problems that we create for ourselves are so insignificant. They're so insignificant in the grand scheme of everything. So just remember that the universe has your back. We have an abundance on this planet, and there is no reason to have a lack mentality. Go out there and create the life that you want and know that you can have it, and so can she, and so can he, and so can they over there. We all can have it. Because what we bring to this world is ourselves. That's our unique power. There's always going to be a little bit something different about everybody, and that's the beauty of it. Number 13. Desperation repels. Surrender attracts. Hear that one again. Desperation repels, and surrender attracts. I have so much I could say about that one. I honestly think I might just turn that one into another video because I love that. I don't know. I read that somewhere recently. I wish I could shout out all the authors and all the people who I've learned all of these things from, but just know that I'm sharing things that I'm learning. I'm not coming up with this. So this is something that I read recently, and I just absolutely love it because it is so, so true. So let's hold on that one for another video because it's beautiful. And it's so, so simple, but it is so effective. Number 14. So this is something my husband actually shared with me, and I loved it. I think he heard it in a podcast from someone recently, and it was amazing. So it's nervousness and excitement feel the same to your body. So when you're nervous, think about it. Your heart starts racing a little bit, your hands start shaking, they might even sweat a little bit, you get a little giddy. Now think about when you're excited. When you're excited, your heart starts racing a little bit, your hands start shaking, they might get a little sweaty, you get a little giddy. It's literally the same experience in your body. The only difference is what you're telling yourself in your mind. Isn't that incredible? So the next time, I've actually used this, the next time you're nervous, tell yourself, I'm excited. I used this on my last two pilot check rides because naturally you're nervous, right? There's an examiner examining every move that you make, and it's a pass or fail scenario, right? But every time I'm like shaking, like, oh my gosh, I'm excited that I just care about this so much, I'm excited. Tell yourself you're excited. That's all you're doing is changing the language that is within your brain. Your body reacts the exact same. Number 15, don't fall for the comparison trap. Don't compare your story to the next person's story because guess what? We're all writing a different book. And I want to read your amazing book as authentic as it is to you. Don't look at someone else's chapter and try to copy theirs. Go write your own book that's authentic and genuine to you. We all deserve to share our story. Okay, so that was actually number 15, and I stopped counting. I'm sorry, y'all. But right before this video, I heard something else from another author. I'm probably gonna get that book too, and I had to share it. So number 16, and then this is the last one. There is power in the pivot. If you feel like you're on autopilot right now, because a lot of us are being told, go to school, graduate, go to college, get a degree, go get the job, climb the corporate ladder, blah, blah, blah. We've all heard it, right? It's the same story that everybody's writing, and I get it. There's some level of success that comes from following that route. However, what you decide you want to do at 18 might not look like what you want to decide what you want to do at 30. And it is okay to pivot. There is power in the pivot. Don't be scared to change your mind. It is your book, like we discussed. Write amazing book. How amazing is it for this decade chapter to turn into something completely different in the next decade. That's amazing if that's true to you. So just know you can always change your mind, do what best suits you, and focus on the key word being you. This is your life. Live it the best way you can. Okay, everyone, so that was actually 16 of my biggest aha moments of the year. Life-changing things that I've read from several books, heard in different podcasts, looked on different YouTubes, just so much information is out there for us. I think that we all need to continue to stay learning, stay curious, and stay growing. And a lot of the ways that I find that I love to grow and learn is through books and through podcasts and through YouTube videos and through information that is just shared on the internet. So if there is something that really, really resonated with you today, please comment below which one really stood out to you that you just loved. And if any of those also meant anything to you, please like this video. It really helps my channel. And lastly, please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you a part of this growing community. My name is Amira. Thank you so much for being here. If you made it through this video, I appreciate you so much. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. I thought of one more. I've been journaling all year. It was so hard to get it in 15, but I had one more that I wanted to share. Okay, the last one, number 17. Expect less from other people. Expect more from yourself. Having less expectations from other people allows you to release yourself from disappointments. I have really, really, really learned that lesson this year. I expect more from myself. I'm expecting less out of other people. I don't expect myself out of other people, how I would act in the X situation or X place. Less expectations, less disappointments. That's how you protect your peace. Overall, protect your peace. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Please subscribe, comment below, like this video, share any feedback that you have with me. And as always, bye for now. See you on the next one.